guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. My name is Kai, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into today's video. So guys, we are back and I am very excited about today's video because I feel like it's about that time to finally get into some spring nails. I've been waiting so patiently for the end of winter to come, and it's still technically winter, but it's basically over at this point. And I feel like I want to do something nice and colorful and just really bright and fun and fresh. So that is what we're doing today. And before we even get into it, I need to show you guys this nail set. So this is the nail set that we're going to be doing today. I have seen different renditions of this nail set, and I don't know exactly which one I want to do yet, but we'll figure it out. We're not there yet. And I do want to preface this by saying that this is not a tutorial. We're just chilling today. I just want to do some cute nails and keep it real simple, you know? So as you can see, my nails are already nice and prepped. I know what you guys are thinking. You're probably like, Kai, what's going on with the pinky? You know, she's looking a little bit shiny. She's looking kind of prepped. What's the deal? So I will be talking about that a little bit later. I kind of just want to jump into the video first, but we have some things to talk about a little bit later. Also, if you can hear clacking or clacking, I do have beads in my hair, so yeah, if you hear that, that's what it is. I could put my hair in a ponytail, but I don't really feel like it, and I have this base coat on, so my nails are kind of sticky. So yeah, just don't mind that. But enough of me talking. Let's get into it. So because my nails are nice and prepped already, I'm gonna go straight in with my nail tips. And the first thing I like to do is of course just size them out. And for today, I think I wanna do some super long almond nails. It's been a little minute since I've done some almond nails, and you know, I'm kind of feeling like doing some today. You know, spring nails definitely call for this nail shape. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and size out all of my nails. And I always like to make sure that my nail tips fit sidewall to sidewall. Y'all, sizing out a nail tip for my pinky feels so crazy to me. It's literally been at least 6 months since I've done any type of work on top of my pinky directly, and I feel like I'm kind of like breaking the law a little bit, but we'll talk about that a little bit later, okay? Don't you worry, we will discuss. We will chat. Okay, so all of my nail tips are sized out. So to cure in these nails, I'm gonna be using this little stick lamp here, and this one is rechargeable, and if you do hold it, it can go all the way to 60 seconds. And I do like this lamp because it's pretty powerful. As you can see, it's definitely very, very bright. Do bear in mind though, that this is a rechargeable lamp, meaning that eventually this does die, and it kind of dies pretty quickly. I haven't even used this yet and it's already at 2 bars. Like, girl, get it together. I do still like it. It's just kind of, I don't know, I think I'm being nitpicky. And to help me cure these on, I'm gonna be using a little bit of base coat. Now, because I am doing a peel off nail set, I don't really feel the need to use regular nail glue, 1, and 2, regular nail glue does not stick to this because it's so shiny, it doesn't have as much friction. So base coat is a pretty good substitute for that. And just as a bit of a tip for any beginners out there, I definitely recommend using the entirety of the well. So as you can see, the well is from about here all the way out. So instead of placing it all the way down here, I'm gonna make sure to use the entirety of the well, just like that. And here's what the nail is looking like, nice and secured. Pretty straightforward process. I'm gonna repeat the same thing to the rest of my nails. So the nail tips are nice and applied, and now we're gonna go ahead and cut them down using some tip cutters. Now, I want these to be pretty long almond nails, so I'm not gonna cut too much off. I think I'm gonna cut to maybe about here. I think this is a pretty decent length to work with. Funnily enough, I actually just bought some almond nails, but I just feel like brands don't really sell long enough almond nails for me personally. Hopefully these won't be too long today and I'm not sitting here forever because this nail set is kind of intricate, so we will see. So now that I have the rough length that I'm going for, I'm going to cut them into the almond shape a little bit further using some straight edge nail clippers. And as you can see, when I am cutting them down, I don't even worry about making sure that they're straight. As long as they are generally the same length, I don't have to worry about that because most of the edges are going to be cut off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut down these sides. And this is good enough for me to move on. So the shape is pretty much there. I'm just gonna file everything nice and even using my 8080 grit nail file. Now for the purposes of practicality and like if you're a nail tech, you can definitely just go ahead and skip this step and go straight into your application. However, I'm kind of just used to filing it now and you know, it's real cute when it's done. So for the purposes of aesthetics and because I'm used to doing it, I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. But again, you can skip this. So my nails are nice and shaped up, and before we move on to the application, I've got to go ahead and prep this nail first. This one is going to have a nude to green chrome gradient, so let's go ahead and do that. The first thing I'm going to do is just go in with a pretty thin layer of black just on the free edge of this nail. And for today, I am using some Beetles black gel polish. I don't need to use anything that's super opaque or anything like that. And once I've got it applied, I'm just going to feather it very lightly, and maybe if I just like tap it with my glove, it'll help. If you guys ever like look to me for professional advice or for professional methods, please stop. Do not look to me for professional like advice or anything like that because I would not recommend doing what I just did. But anyway, so this is on there. I'm gonna go ahead and cure this for about 15 to 20 seconds. So now let me get my green chrome powder, okay? So upon further inspection, it seems that I don't have a regular green chrome powder for some odd reason. I don't know. I thought I did, but I think this is the closest one that I can get it to, and I don't think it has to match perfectly, so it doesn't really matter that much. And I'm just gonna take whatever is on the top of this lid and I'm just gonna rub this on, and it's looking a bit grainy, so change of plans. I'm actually going to go over this black with a layer of top coat first. Usually when I am doing chrome, I do like to mix some black gel polish in with a little bit of top coat just for that extra sheen. For whatever reason, I thought I could do that without putting top coat on, like I was that girl, but clearly I'm not. So let's do some top coat. All right, let's try that again. Once again, I'm just taking whatever's on this top first. Aha, see, this is what I'm going for. You see how shiny that is? That is exactly the look that I want. And lastly, before we move on to the application, I'm gonna go over that same nail with a layer of matte top coat. Now, I'm a bit paranoid when it comes to creating a gel base with a like acrylic ombre. So I feel that the matte top coat just makes the ombre a little bit smoother. Now, I don't really know if this is actually proven to be the case, but I like to do it just in case. Maybe that might be the placebo effect. I don't really know, but I'm gonna go ahead and cure this anyway. Okay, so we are now onto the acrylic application, and for today we're going to be doing something kind of all over the place with this application. Almost every single nail is a little bit different, and this is because I'm trying my best to provide a perfect base for the nail art a little bit later. I'm pretty sure that you could definitely get away with doing a completely clear nail set or a completely nude nail set if you really wanted to, but I wanted to cut the work down for my nail art as best as I could, so it's going to look kind of crazy right now, at least in this stage. It does come together very nicely in the end, so I'm not too concerned with how it's looking right now. So that is what I'm doing, going ahead and starting with my acrylic application. So for this section, I didn't want it to be too boring with me just kind of talking about the application, because again, as I mentioned earlier, this is not a tutorial. I kind of just wanted to sit down and do some really nice spring nails because honestly, I've just been really stressed and kind of anxious, and doing some nails and just sitting down and chilling is definitely something that I need right now, and I'm sure that there are some of you that are feeling the same way. And I also just really like doing nails without having to explain exactly what I'm doing, because I pretty much do the same thing in all of my videos, so you guys already know the deal by now. So yeah, as I mentioned, it's been kind of a stressful couple of months for everyone involved, and I'm not even going to get into it because I don't feel like I need to. You guys already know what's going on, okay? And I don't want to rehash anything. I know a lot of us are still kind of processing everything and trying to cope with it. So yeah, I'm not even going to touch on that, okay? But yeah, within these last couple of months, I've just been trying to get back to myself because again, I've just been really stressed out and really under the weather and just not really feeling like doing much of anything because the world is just crazy right now. But it is springtime, and for me, spring is the representation of reawakening and finding yourself again and embracing life and changes and just new beginnings. You know, as an adult, spring for me has been a very important season in my life because the world can sometimes just feel like a scary place where there's just so many bad and negative things going on. But this season always reminds me that things can just come anew, if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm getting kind of philosophical, and I'm like not trying to do that, but you know. And I feel like in this season, I really want to get back to the things that I genuinely care about as I come back to myself, because self-preservation is so important, and that's something that I've been prioritizing over the last couple of months. It's very important to make sure that you are okay and you are doing well if you want to be able to help others, and you guys know that that's also something that's very important to me. And that brings me to something that I've been wanting to talk about for quite some time. So one of our community members here on the channel reached out to me, and she brought to my attention an organization that she was hoping that I could support in the best way that I could. She is originally from the DRC, and she has been displaced and has lost so many of her family members at this point. They are currently seeking refuge in another country, and at this point in time, they are needing as much support as possible. And with this being said, she has brought to my attention an organization called the 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍 Foundation. I really do hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly. I will of course make sure to leave this organization in my link tree, and I will make sure to also post this on my community tab just so that there's a little bit more easy access for you all. This organization is a smaller one, but they are trying to do the best that they can. This foundation is rooted in helping children who have fled their countries and are seeking refuge. I've been trying to look into it a little bit further, but again, it's a very small organization, but I really do hope that this can open doors for this foundation with the little bit of, I guess, influence that I have. It's not much, but I really do hope that if you are interested in supporting our fellow community member, that you take a look at this organization. And if you're not able to donate, that is absolutely okay. Just knowing about it and sharing it with your friends definitely does make a huge difference. My hope is that we can try and support our community in the States and outside of the States as much as we possibly can. So yeah, it will be in my link tree for you all to access. You can also find other resources and information regarding Congo, Sudan, and Palestine all in the same place. They're all separated by categories, and it's a really good place to find different resources on how to help the people in those regions. And I also do have some sections where it's more information based, so I do have some books, I have some articles, journals, things of that nature. I know that the world just feels kind of suffocating at the moment, so I definitely understand if you really do not want to open a link tree and see all of these links that are referencing motivating, helping other people when we feel so depleted ourselves. But if you have it within you and if you have the means to, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And if you have checked out my Linktree in the past, I just want to say thank you so much. It definitely means a lot to me. And every bit of information that I put in my Linktree is something that I genuinely believe in, something that I genuinely support, and you supporting that means the world to me as well. So yeah, that is pretty much all that I wanted to mention for this section. I don't want to talk your ear off just yet. We're going to do that a little bit later, honestly. Okay, because I can talk. I can really sit here and I can talk. But for now, I'm finishing up with the application. And of course, we'll be back to shape and file these nails. So the application is all done, and here's what these nails are looking like so far. They look a little bit odd because there's a lot going on, but I feel like it'll come together hopefully once I get onto the nail art. For now, the first thing I'm going to do is start shaping up these nails, and as you can see, I do have my disc collector ready. And as you guys know, when I am working with all my nails, I mainly like to stick with a carbide bit or a ceramic bit for the majority of the process. I don't really feel the need to use a nail file to shape over the surface because one, a nail file is very sharp and like straight, and all my nails are like round, and I want them to keep their nice and round appearance. Also, a nail file is just going to really scratch up the surface, and when I am using a carbide or a ceramic bit, I can kind of get away with not buffing the nails because I'm lazy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start shaping up these nails, and for reference, I'm gonna be using this at about 8,000 to 9,000 RPMs. So now that I've pretty much filed over the entire surface of the nails, I'm gonna go back in with my 8080 grit nail file, and I'm gonna use this just to reinforce the almond shape and make sure everything is nice and crisp. Alright, so we are now onto the nail art, and as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, we're gonna be doing some real cute nails, okay? And I got my nail inspiration from 3 different nail techs who did the same nail set, but a little bit differently. And for today, I decided to focus more on Helen Nguyen's version of this nail set. I also really did like the nail set that was done by 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒂𝒍 𝒊𝒄, which, side note, can we just acknowledge the fact that she's 19? 19? Like, girl, I could never. Listen, 19-year-old me could never. Props to her, like she really eats, okay? And if you aren't subscribed to her YouTube, I will make sure to have her channel linked. I don't know if she's still active, but you know what? I'm gonna put it down anyway. So again, this is not a tutorial, and I wanted to use this section as a way to kind of chat with you guys, catch up, let you guys know some updates about what's going on with my life and more specifically my nails. So if you are new here, first of all, hi girl. Second, I have always had issues with my pinky nail ever since I was a child, and it's something that I've kind of touched on here and there, especially because like I can't hide it, so I kind of have to. And for the entirety of the issues with my nails, specifically regarding my pinky, I've always had the assumption that it was nail fungus, and for the past 10 years I haven't really had that much luck with finding help with my nails in terms of looking for a good dermatologist or looking for a medication that could help me. So for a long time I kind of just settled with the idea that maybe I might just have to live with this for the rest of my life. But I do think that we are on the cusp of change, you guys. I think that this is going to be my year. You understand what I'm saying. So the other day I actually had a doctor's appointment with my primary doctor, which by the way, I have not seen my primary doctor since 2018. Guys, go to the doctor. But anyway, so the first thing that happens when I start talking about my nails and about all the issues I have with them and me suspecting that it might be fungus, and also telling her that I went to a dermatologist and talked about it with them, the first thing she says is, "What did the dermatologist tell you?" And I was like, well, they told me that I needed to do a application once a day of some type of lacquer that they gave me. And so immediately she starts saying that I need to do some blood work. So I'm going to be going back for that because based on what she was saying, there is a possibility that my life is a lie, that this might not even be nail fungus. There is a possibility, not saying that that's the case, but it could be the case. So this is one of the most bamboozling moments of this year for me, and probably of my entire life, honestly, because this is something that I've had to live with for basically my entire childhood. And for me, it's been a source of a lot of insecurities and anxiety and just feeling not very confident in myself and feeling like people wouldn't want to be around me for the fact that like something's quote unquote wrong with my physical appearance. So to hear that what I thought would be the case might not actually be the case has been very weird for me, and I've been trying to like cope with it. So that is why I have taken it upon myself to kind of just like go back to working on top of my nail until I figure out for sure what the issue is. This might not stick, of course, and if I do find out that working on top of my nail is a problem, then again, I will stop. But for now, if that's not the case, I'm not going to torture myself any further, because doing a press on every single time I sit down to do nails, which is almost twice a week, is really annoying and I don't have time for that. But yeah, that's been very eye-opening and kind of weird and scary, and I really hope that whatever the answer is, that I can get solutions and that we can move forward, and hopefully one day I can have a healthy, pretty pinky, because I'm honestly just ready to close this chapter in my life that's been open for at least a decade, and I'm tired. Listen, I'm tired, girl. And honestly, I'm just so ready to move forward and to be a healthy adult and to take control of my life, because there's going to be people who say that they don't really understand why I think it's that deep. But if you've had issues with nail fungus, or if you have issues with your skin, if you have any type of physical appearance issues that society kind of deems as not normal or bad or whatever the case may be, you are going to harbor some type of anxiety and insecurities from that specific thing. And I think that that's been the case for me for a very long time. I feel like because of that, I've kind of held myself back from living. So yeah, I feel like this is my year, you know, and I hope that this is everyone's year. Speaking of self-improvement and like spring and reawakening, your girl has gone to the gym twice this week. I know, kind of crazy. I'm a hermit crab and I don't leave my house, but I have been really wanting to take my physical health seriously this year. I don't really have any issues with my physical appearance or anything, but I've been really wanting to be healthier and like eat healthy, eat cleaner, and go to the gym and be active and just be happy, quote unquote, just be happy. I know, crazy. But honestly, the 2 times that I've gone, it literally made me feel so good. I know people say like, oh, you know, working out relieves stress and it makes you happy and it cures depression and all that, but they're not lying. Like, I genuinely felt really good and it was just really nice. So if you guys have like been going to the gym for quite some time, if you guys are about living a healthy lifestyle, let me know if you guys have any tips for me, especially in terms of a deficit and going to the gym, because both have been a bit of a struggle for me considering that my mental health is just really not there, you know? Like sometimes I'll do really good and I'll get all of my meals tracked and I'm feeling really great. Like I did everything I was supposed to do. And of course, sometimes I have moments where I'm like, girl, I'm hungry. And I'm really afraid of having moments where I don't work out because of some excuse that I make up. So if you have any experience with working through bad habits, especially in terms of your activity, let me know in the comments because your girl is open to any advice that you guys have. So yeah, that is that on that. Another thing that I have been looking for advice for, and this goes for you guys, if you guys have any advice for this specific thing, let me know in the comments. So as you guys may know, I am unfortunately a legal adult. So that means I unfortunately have to do adult things, you know, and that's been making me kind of annoyed. So recently I have been summoned to do jury duty. This is my 2nd time getting summoned. Both times have been really annoying. The first time I was actually really scared because I was supposed to fill out this questionnaire and I accidentally forgot to do it because I'm dumb, and I was really scared. I'm like, are they gonna like find me? Am I gonna go to jail? But no, I was fine. They ended up just like canceling the entire thing anyway, so I didn't even have to go. But this time I'm very concerned that it's still on and that I'm gonna have to be there. And as much as I don't want to be there, I'm kind of excited for 2 reasons. 1, it gives me an excuse to get out of my house. And 2, I'm just very curious as to how the experience goes and what the process is like. And I think another thing that's been kind of motivating me is I get to like, I don't know, dress up. Like, first of all, okay, listen, I know what you're thinking. How old am I? Like 12? The answer is yes, but also hear me out. I don't know if it's because I am very into fashion. I don't know if maybe it's also because I'm a Libra, but when I leave the house, when I leave my house, like even when I'm going down the street to walk my dog, like I will literally put on gold chains and rings to walk my dog. But I don't know, I just feel like it's a good excuse for me to express myself. So I've been kind of prepping and like buying more formal clothing, and I'm kind of excited to see what jury duty is like. Of course, I'm going to take it seriously. It's not just a dress-up game for me, but you know what, if I have to suffer and be bored for multiple days at a time, then why not look cute while I'm bored? Okay, anyway, if you have any experiences with jury duty, let me know in the comments what it's like. I know everyone's kind of different because, you know, everyone lives in different states and whatnot, but any advice is definitely appreciated. So yes, that is another topic that I wanted to bring up. So this is another topic that I wanted to discuss because it's been something that's been weighing on me kind of badly in a way that maybe it shouldn't. So as you guys know, I did a Christmas series back in December, and that Christmas series was called 5 Days of Christmas. And the goal of that series is to donate all of the revenue from that series to an organization or foundation of our choice. I usually tend to donate directly after I've done the series, so it'll be like January towards the beginning of February. But you guys, it is March and I still have not done it. And I just honestly feel really bad about it, and I've been trying not to feel bad about it because it's going to happen either way. Like, I'm still going to do it. So I'm like, why are you feeling bad about it? Like, you're going to do it. But anyways, if you guys have been wondering what's been going on with that, I'm going to be so real with you guys. It has been so hard to even conceptualize saving money since maybe like January. I've been having a very hard time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put it off for now. I think I want to donate. I'm thinking in a couple of weeks, we're going to donate. And it's going to be really fun. I would love for you guys to let me know what organizations you'd be interested in me donating to. And I would certainly be open to donating to the foundation I mentioned today. And if there is an organization close to your heart that you have been supporting or that you would like to support, please feel free to let me know in the comments. And yes, I will make sure to do a poll on my community tab. And based on the ones that you guys send me, or if you don't send me any, I can pick some of my own that I've been thinking of, and you guys can vote on which ones you want to do. And yes, that is pretty much all that I wanted to touch on in today's video. I know that I can really talk your ear off, but I really do hope that you enjoyed this, because I know a lot of you guys like just hearing people talk. It's a good way to just relax with someone and help you pass the time. I know a lot of you guys say that you like to listen to these as study tracks, or something to put on when you're just doing chores or something. So I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this. And for the most part, we are almost done with the nail art. So for now, I will quit yapping and I will shut my mouth, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys finish the rest of the nail art process. Okay, so all of the nails are done and it's legit like 10 o'clock at night. So I'm trying not to be too loud, but we are finally done with this nail set, and this one took me quite a while, but I really do love the outcome. These are just so pretty. Let's go ahead and finish off this nail set with a little bit of cuticle oil. And that completes today's set. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this one. This nail set came out a lot better than I anticipated, and it actually didn't take me as long as I thought it would. I think this nail set took me about 5 hours, and genuinely it was so worth it. I just think it came together so nicely, and honestly it reminds me of some of the nail sets that I've done in the past, and I just feel like it gives me so much life. It makes me feel refreshed and just so good about the spring season, and I cannot wait to do some more spring nail sets in the near future. If I were to put this nail set on a scale of 1 to 10, I would definitely give this nail set a good 10 out of 10. There is absolutely nothing that I don't love about this nail set. I just love how well everything comes together, and I love the incorporation of the pinks, the purples meshed with the green. I just think it just looks so good. It just looks so good. But of course, you guys feel free to let me know what you guys think of this nail set in the comments. There are so many fun things that I want to do coming up this year, and especially for the spring. And this year, I actually want to do more of my ideas, because I feel like I talk a lot about ideas, but I don't really do them. So yeah, I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this one. As always, I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I will see you guys in the next one.